Welcome to Campaholics.
I'm Christy.
I'm Mandy.
And I'd rather be camping.
All right, why don't you guys take a seat?
I'd say buckle up, but more or less it's hold on to the plunger.
Unbuckle, actually.
Unbuckle.
You actually just don't even have a buckle.
Just unzip.
You got to be ready. Oh, man. Oh, it's like always knowing your exits. Know where your bathroom is.
Oh, yes. Yes. This is definitely important.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us at your next meeting. We are so glad you are here with us.
Yes. This one is episode 10 or meeting 10.
Right.
We're going to get really personal this week, you guys. The episode is called I Shit You Not.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a little stomach weak with the talk about going to the bathroom, this might not be the episode for you.
You're going to want to skip this one.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're going camping or you've never been camping, you may want to listen in.
Yeah,
because
we're gonna answer questions you didn't even know you had.
Yes, exactly. We're just gonna give you some stories that you might want to try to avoid yourself.
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
So we'll save some embarrassment for you. We've been there.
Yeah. So talking about the bathroom, I mean, there's obviously different. You have a camper, you have a bathroom, but there's still a lot that goes along with that. When you're tent camping, you got to create your bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so we talked back on, week 5 that there's a difference between going to the campground where they do have facilities, right? There's usually some shape or form of a bathroom.
Yeah.
But when you're dispersed camping, you don't have any facilities nearby. No. So you're digging your own trench.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like, we got to dig the hole.
Dig in the hole.
Uh-huh. Yep. And even though we have a trailer now, we tent camped forever. And we still actually have the shovel that we used. I know it kind of sounds weird and
the
gross.
Latrine shovel?
Yes, but this shovel is amazing.
It is. It's like the perfect, because it's narrow.
It's a narrow shovel.
It's the perfect size.
Yeah, you don't want to have your hole too wide.
Because you do not want to fall in there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not just doing the out in nature lean-to tree and you actually want a designated bathroom, especially when you're having kids, they need to have a space to go so you know where they're at.
Exactly.
Or we'll get into that later. You hope you know where they're at. But yeah, so if you have like a little toilet, I know you have one, Christy. Yeah. The legs are only so wide.
Exactly. So that was... Yeah, I learned that really fast, that you couldn't dig it too wide because those little legs would get unstuck. It's wobbly, man. And you're like,
who wants to fall in? No one.
No one. And like, luckily you let us borrow like your little like pop-up tent that's like a little like privacy shelter. So it's like you can stand up in there, right, or sit down. But so that was nice. But like, God forbid you fall over and roll down the hill in that thing. And you have to call for help.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't want to be that guy.
No, don't be that guy. Never. Yeah, these little pop-up tents are awesome. We got ours, I think, at Bass Pro Shop, but it's just like a quick flip up. You can use it as a shower enclosure or a potty enclosure. Really cool. It's really neat. That way you're not like walking 5 miles to your own little bathroom, making sure nobody sees you.
Yeah, and that can get dangerous at night, man. But it's cold sometimes.
Yeah, and if it's dark, and you make sure you have a flashlight, but selecting your space to go is important, almost as important as finding your campsite.
Yeah.
So you don't want it too close. You don't want it too far.
Exactly. And I actually recommend wearing a headlamp so you can go hands-free.
There you go.
Because
that's awesome.
Sometimes you're on a hill and say like you're going to have to like brace yourself on the tree. You got to be careful, man. Again.
Yes. We used to put like one single solar light at the base of the little potty tent because at night you want to have a destination to reach and you want to know where you're going and not just walking aimlessly through the forest. So... it was a little bit easier to find.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. And talking about those bathroom trips. So when the kids were little, we kind of had this clever idea where we gave them this safety whistle. It was orange. It was awesome. It had a compass on it. The whistle. Cute. It had, I think you could even unscrew it, and it had like tweezers or little matches or something. Dang. If they, like an emergency kit.
Cute.
So the kids each had one, and we were like, biggest rule: if you can't see our tent or our vehicle, you've gone too far. And so they knew if you can't see it, then they weren't supposed to go further.
Yeah.
And we said, always bring your whistle with you just in case you did go a
Right.
little too further. You can blow your whistle. We'll hear you. We'll come get you.
Yeah.
Well, you know how I am with games.
Yes.
So I am very involved in this card game.
It's a little competitive.
We're all involved in the card game. And for a while there, I was like, man, I really haven't seen my daughter for a while. I'm like, I should probably check on her. And so come to find out, she had been down at the potty tent blowing her little whistle because she ran out of toilet paper. And she was there for a while. And I felt so bad because we never came to rescue her as we told her we would with her whistle. And she was there at the bathroom the whole time because the toilet paper ran out. Yeah, that was a mom fail. So,
oh man, yeah. In theory, it sounded like it was gonna work. Next time, maybe it's walkie-talkies.
yeah, we definitely need a better method.
Yeah, it'll be like John to base camp, John to base camp.
We were just like, where is Hannah? And then we hear this like whistle and a faint we must have been laughing so hard at this card game that we never heard the whistle to begin with.
But this is a great point. If you find yourself in a situation where you have no toilet paper, what do you use?
Exactly.
A lot of people, I think, would vote for your socks to be the first thing that go.
Yeah, you could get rid of those.
Buy socks.
Yeah. You don't want to use a random fern.
No.
You don't. No. I mean, do we all really know how to identify poison ivy?
I am not that confident. And that's not the day to find out.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing out there that people could be allergic to. So
this is true.
You got to be careful.
So then if it's not your socks, what would you use, Mandy?
I don't know. I would probably just go find a creek or something.
Dang.
I know. You can't get yourself in that situation.
You just can't get yourself in that situation.
No. I don't even want to think about it.
It's kind of funny because we'll talk about it, and usually when I'm out camping, my body's like, nope, we're not. We're not.
It like shuts off.
It shuts down.
That's
production.
how I am.
Log ride ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, this is a strong however, depending on what you eat, or for me, it's like the older I get, my stomach just can't handle a lot of like alcohol, right? So that's why I drink. Like people make fun of me. I can only drink like the White Claws, right?
So you need to know where your bathroom is at all times.
If I'm going to be drinking, or I have to be careful on when I'm drinking, but absolutely, I have to. There has to be a clear path, and that's why the headlamp is really important.
Oh man,
it's really important. But then there's the intentional ones. But so wait, before I move on, sorry, I have a name for this.
Okay,
Mandy.
What's the name?
It's called the dads. It's the day after drinking shits.
The day. Oh, for some reason that just sounds so fitting.
It is fitting.
That is
On
hilarious.
so many levels, and so you don't want the dads to not know where to go.
Yes.
So there was this one time I was camping, and more often than not, and maybe you can relate to this, but maybe not, because I feel like you grew up in a really cool family. But I was typically the only girl out camping because my sister didn't really like it. I didn't have any like friends that were girls that went camping, so it was always
hard.
Yeah. So it was like embarrassing, and I didn't want to ask anyone
to go with you.
Yeah. And so I
did, and my mom said, no, go by yourself.
Yeah. And there was a bear out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I woke up really early one morning before everybody else, and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom now. Like, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's go time.
It's like having a baby. You can't control it.
Exactly. I gotta push. The contractions are getting closer. Anyways, so I grabbed the shovel and the wipes, and I like wander off. And so again, I referenced the difference of camping in Washington, where I'm used to with all the trees and shrubs, and there's plenty of things to hide behind, not in the desert. So you'll be lucky sometimes if there's any big shrubs.
And watch out. You don't want to accidentally mistake that for a cactus.
Exactly. And again, I'm camping with a bunch of men, so I'm like, I have to go far to find some privacy.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. It is what it is. I tried to just go in a straight line. You know what I mean? I was trying not to get lost, so that was kind of like. Anyway, so
Was it dark?
No, it was morning. First thing in the morning.
Okay.
So like the sun was quite literally just
all right
coming over the horizon. It was actually really peaceful. It was a really nice morning. And so I find this finally like this big enough shrub, and I like dig this hole, right? And I'm like, okay, like I'm good. Like I gotta go now, right? So, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just doing my thing, and I'm like, this is probably the most beautiful place I have ever seen. This is the best shit of my life. I was like, this is beautiful. The fresh air, the
sun's
birds,
rising.
the sun is rising. It was quiet. It was amazing.
That's hilarious.
So for anyone who's like, I can't do that, I can't shit out in nature, try it.
Right.
Because it might be the best shit of your life.
It might surprise you. Here's what you're saying. It might surprise you.
It might surprise you.
I know. And that I feel like camping does that to you.
And then you feel so good. I'm like, let's go eat some fucking pancakes.
Yeah. We're going to chop wood. We're going to burn.
We're going to go on a hike. Yeah.
We're going to eat too much again. That's funny.
I'm going to catch a rabbit with my bare hands.
Go all Bear Girls on us. Oh man. So like when we're talking about like trailer toilets, some of the things you do need to look out for is of course the type of toilet paper you're putting in. Do not put anything that is non-biodegradable.
Yeah.
You will have issues. That tank will be ruined. But not only that, even if with the biodegradable toilet paper, it can get stuck like on the side and the sensor, and so you're hitting your button and it's like you're full, and I'm like, I've only been here 2 hours. So you just got to make sure you use plenty of water. Obviously you want to be conservative with your water, but not really with the toilet factor. You want to make sure you're using enough. There was a time where we had, I think all 4 of us were camping, and it was probably a good 6-7 nights, which was probably the longest time we had camped, all of us.
Yeah.
And we were getting a little concerned that the tank was getting full. And a sign of that was being able to see the buildup when you flush the toilet. You're not supposed to be able to see that. So, I mean, thankfully the boys, they did what they could out in the forest, and it was easy to go number 1 for the girls in the forest. But we were like, we want to be able to use our bathroom. Yeah. But there's just things you need to be mindful of.
Yeah.
Use plenty of water. Ration your poops. I mean,
yeah. Like I think I would only use my inside bathroom at night or like first thing in the morning when it's cold, right? But like during the day, I'd be like, all right, it's easy enough to just.
Yeah, but there's different things that come into with having a toilet in your trailer. You got to make sure you put the chemical things in, so you're, keeping it clean, breaking it down. Cleaning it out when you're done, dumping it. Thankfully, Brian takes that job on. He does a really good job at that. So we typically dump when we store it, because we have a dump station where we store it, which is super convenient. Because when you're done camping, you're like, let's just go home.
Yeah, for real.
So, but before we had this place that we store it with the dump station, we would have to stop like at a specific dump place. So know where you're going, know where there's the gas stations sometimes have those for like a $5 fee or whatever. But you just don't want to have like a whole. Did you see that movie RV with Robin Williams?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
That used to be like my fear. Like we were going to have this huge, like crazy blow up at the station. Thankfully it hasn't happened. Everything's been good.
Yeah, you don't need the shit.
No.
To hit the fan in that fashion.
No. I don't want to see that.
No.
So yeah, but definitely things to be mindful of.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot to.
Yeah. Even when you're going in the forest, like bury it. You will, depending on the length of your trip, you may need 2 or 3 holes.
Yes.
So don't feel like I built a hole, I'm good. No. I mean, camping is work. I think it's worth it, but there is some work you got to put into it.
There is, but it's like rewarding work. You know what I mean? Like you're like it's all a means to an end. So it's different.
Exactly. I agree.
It's different
for sure.
Oh, yeah. Lots of different ways to set up. I've sseen some weird stuff out there.
Yeah.
I remember, and even on this like more recent trip, you'll like just be walking and there's like someone's wipes or like tissue up in a high up in the tree. Again, I'm like,
get up there.
Are you flinging it out there?
The wind does not kick it up that high.
No, you had to intentionally. What, are you just like throwing it over your shoulder? Like, huzzah!
Oh man,
it's just no.
People are disrespectful.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good segue because next week we're going to talk about leaving no trace.
Yes, clean it up.
Come on, man. No one wants to deal with that. So,
yeah.
You know, if there's any episode you listen to, it's Camp Etiquette, which was back a few episodes ago, and then this next one.
Exactly.
Those are the ones you really need to.
I mean, when we get to a campground and you see stuff like that, you're just like, you don't want to camp there, and it ruins it for people to keep coming back. So use the biodegradable stuff, bury everything, leave it better than how you found it. That is always like a rule that I have followed since I was little, because that's what my parents would tell us, you know.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of places that are getting shut down now, or there's fees, or you have to have a permit, because people are literally just trashing the place.
Yeah, exactly.
Just shitting everywhere.
Yeah, this can't be happening. I want my kids to camp in the places that we've camped.
Yeah, exactly. So just dig the hole. Cover it up. Use the biodegradable stuff.
Yep. But you can get those toilets at, where did you get your toilet?
Oh, Amazon probably. But I think they were kind of all over the place. Like Bass Pro Shop had a few. And there's a lot of different variations. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of just got a cheaper version of them.
Yeah.
It did the thing, right? But there are some nicer ones. So I guess
Yeah. But it's collapsible.
It is. It was collapsible and had a little toilet paper roll thing on it.
That's
so
cool.
It was there. But there's definitely some sweeter models out there. You can spend more money on it if you're...
Have you seen the one where you can attach it to like your bumper?
Yes.
And it's like a bumper seat. And I'm like, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I could see you doing that if you just go on a lot of day hikes or day trips.
Yeah.
But
you're not going to do that yet.
It's a lot of work to get that thing out. And... don't forget the Clorox wipes, people.
Yes.
Yes. Those are
and I think we've mentioned it before, but a hand washing station.
So let's just go over some of our basic supplies when you are building your bathroom. You would a toilet seat would be nice. The shovel, definitely.
Definitely a shovel.
Clorox wipes.
Yep.
Biodegradable toilet paper.
Yep.
A flashlight or headlamp.
Headlamp preferable.
Yeah. A whistle if your mom can hear.
I say walkie-talkie, but whatever. Take your chances with a whistle.
Exactly.
Extra socks.
Yep. I do have to say, now that we've had, since that incident a long time ago with our daughter, we always put an extra roll in the little pocket in the pop-up
there
tent.
It is.
So we're like, you're always covered. Oh.
Yeah, maybe get a book where you can study the plants so you can identify poison ivy, I guess.
Yeah, that would have it in your little potty tent, because you never know how long you'll be down there. I mean,
there you go.
Reading material.
So smart.
So we'll try to list our haves, our must-haves on our Instagram page. Also follow us on Facebook, and our website is I'd Rather Be Camping with a K at just kidding, that's our email at gmail.com, but I'd rather be camping.com.
Yep. Don't stop camping.
Yeah, and maybe we'll have a follow-up on this, and we'll call it number 2.
Number 2.
Bye.